Hey, this is Zachlog the Great. Andrew Klavan is not a Christian. I've already made a video about this, but he's given fresh and sufficiently offensive evidence that it seems worth explaining further. As I said last time, if it were just Klavan, this would not be worth making a video about. But it is not just him. There are many more like him. Infiltrators who don a cloak of Christianity to attack us from within. Jesus warned us to beware of false teachers, saying they come in sheep's clothing but are truly ferocious wolves. Well, this sheep just bared his fangs. In a recent tweet denouncing anti-Semites, Klavan said, among other things, "They think Gentiles have tormented and persecuted Jews in one nation after another, so there must be something wrong with Jews." Really, Sherlock? Why is this anti-Christian? It's in there, I promise. It just requires careful attention. First off, he grants the premise. Yes, of course Gentiles have persecuted Jews endlessly. It would be crazy to say otherwise. But who are these Gentiles he speaks of? Whom have Jews lived among for so long and frequently been in conflict with? European Christians. He didn't put in those terms because it would cast doubt upon his claim of being a Christian, but he's not talking about Muslims or Hindus or Buddhists. He's talking about Christians. So, Christians and Jews have been in conflict for centuries, and he sides with Jews. So why does he call himself a Christian? The difference between the two is a moral one. How can he say that these two have persistently been in conflict? The Christians are in the wrong, so I'm joining the Christians. He says that because he's not. He's an infiltrator, a pretender attacking whites and Christians from the inside. Now, he and the anti-Semites are correct. Jews and Christians have been in conflict for centuries, all the way back to the book of Acts, where Jews murdered any Christian they could find. I mean, you could even rewind just a little further and look at who called for the death of Jesus himself. So, if you look at history, either European Christians cruelly persecuted and drove out Jews repeatedly for no reason, or else Jews persistently for centuries behaved so abominably that they merited the treatment. Blaise Pascal, in his book Pensées, said, "Either the Jews or the Christians must be wicked." And he's right. At least one side here must be in defiance of God, and Klavan and other Judeo-Christians have sided with Jews and against Christians. The idea that Jews are somehow pre-Christians, that we are natural allies, is a very recent one. And there is a significant and dangerous history of Jews putting on a false face to do malice to those who accept them. Am I saying none can ever become a Christian? No, I'm not saying that. But it seems obvious that a Jewish convert should be expected to make a clear public denunciation of Jews and their culture before being accepted. And I am saying that Andrew Klavan is not a Christian, and no Christian should listen to him. God be with you.